Hi, I'm Ann Cox from Washington State University, and I'd like to acknowledge all of my co-authors, Sarah Ullrich-French, also at Washington State, Catherine, Tracy, and Diane, who are leading experts on yoga and body image, and Veronica and Abby, who are undergraduate students in our lab here at Washington State. Veronica will be talking about the methods today for this presentation, and Abby will be talking about the discussion. So research consistently shows that yoga participation is associated with positive embodiment variables, things like higher body appreciation, lower body surveillance, and more positive affective experiences both during yoga and after yoga. Despite this, there is really broad diversity in the way that yoga instruction is delivered in Western societies today. So it's important to better understand what the pathways are by which yoga may optimize these positive experiences. So the purpose of our study was to compare the effects of different types of yoga instruction on positive embodiment and affective variables among women in a single yoga session. We hypothesized that women would report the most positive experiences in a mindfulness-based class, followed by a neutral condition, and that they would report the least positive experiences in a class that was focused on appearance.
For our study, we used a between subjects randomized experimental design with a total of 62 female participants who self-reported no more than moderate yoga proficiency. Each participant was assigned to attend either a mindfulness-based, appearance-based, or neutral 45-minute yoga class, all with the same physical poses or asanas and instructor. We provided a script for the instructor to follow for each of the three conditions, which she rehearsed. The mindfulness class was focused on connection and awareness of the body. The appearance-based class was focused on changing the weight or shape of the body, and the neutral class focused on simply using language to get participants into the poses. Before starting the class, participants completed a measure of core affect. Then, the yoga instructor taught for 38 to 45 minutes in the assigned condition. At the end of their class, participants immediately completed measures of affect, remembered pleasure, forecasted pleasure, state body surveillance, and state body appreciation. Additionally, 2 research assistants observed each class to assess the internal validity of each condition.
For the results of preliminary analyses showed there were no significant baseline differences on relevant variables across the 3 groups. We then conducted a series of one-way ANOVAs, and you can see the dependent variables here along the left-hand side and the 3 conditions here at the top. Different colors signify significant differences between the groups based on pairwise comparisons. So those in the mindfulness condition up here on the first line reported the most positive change in affect, significantly more positive than those in the appearance condition. Those in the mindfulness condition also reported the highest level of remembered pleasure, followed by those in the neutral condition, and then those in the appearance condition. Those in the appearance condition reported the lowest level of forecasted pleasure and the highest level of body surveillance, significantly different from both the neutral and the mindfulness conditions, which did not differ from each other. And finally, there were no significant differences across groups in state body appreciation.
In this study, yoga instruction was delivered in 3 conditions: a mindful manner, an appearance-focused approach, and in a neutral style. The results of our experiment suggest that appearance-based instruction may place participants at greater risk of less positive embodiment and lower positive affect compared to mindfulness-based and neutral instruction. Partially consistent with our hypothesis, participants in the mindfulness condition exhibited greater improvements in core affect and reported greater remembered pleasure compared to the other conditions. These findings align with the developmental theory of embodiment, as well as previous research documenting improvements in positive embodiment occurring with yoga participation and studies demonstrating the negative impact of exercise settings that emphasize appearance. Yoga instruction that emphasizes appearance may increase risk, while mindful embodied approaches can provide a protective experience. This study was limited to a small homogeneous sample. Future research needs to expand to larger, more diverse samples and include longer interventions that target mindfulness and positive embodiment.
Thank you all for listening, and we welcome you to reach out to us with any questions or comments that you have.